In a world that is obsessed with fighting time and turning back the clock, we're all told to anti-age. But what if the real secret isn't about battling the years? What if it's about truly living them to the fullest? Hi, I'm Sharon Clymer, and welcome to The Determined Life, where we're not just anti-aging, we are pro-living.
Just as Sharon shared pro-living, I want to go back to anti-aging one more time. And again, we don't hate the industry at all, but we're talking about the negative connotation that it contributes to our society that's called ageism. And I don't know if you've heard the term ageism, but ageism is something that reinforces the fact that being young is superior to being older. And age is something to be hidden or ashamed of. So growing older is okay. That's part of the natural process. Again, I don't have a problem with facelifts, tummy tucks, whatever you want to take. But if you're trying to capture youth again, why are we doing that? Why aren't we pro-living? Think about how the government does things. The government says that I'm going to give you Medicaid, but if you need dental care and eye care, the dental care is let's pull all your teeth and get you some dentures. And eye care is, let's get you a better brand of glasses instead of fixing your eyes. So the perception is something that is a challenge to pro-living. And listen, pro-living is more than playing pickleball and give the dog a walk around the block. It's something to where you still do things, you still grasp life. It's about breaking the ageism stereotypes. It sees the potential and the value of all ages. See, here's the thing. We just hired somebody that was extremely young to help us with our podcast because he's bright and he's smart and he's successful. I could have, instead of ageism, I could have youngism. I don't know if that's a word, but I could have done the same thing. But no, I hired the best person possible. I want you to do the same thing with your life.
Anti-aging is a reactive way of life where you try to fix or you alter or you change the effects of aging, like wrinkles or age spots. But pro-living is proactive. You're setting up this great foundation for a vibrant life so you can adapt to change with vitality. And in reality, pro-living is holistic, it's positive, and it's a sustainable philosophy that encourages and embraces your journey of life wherever you are in life, whatever age, because you're approaching it with purpose. Rather than that constant fight against the clock, pro-living is about living with purpose. It's just not about living longer or looking younger. It's living with purpose.
So I want to share what I think is the key to pro-living compared to anti-aging, and that is awareness. Because you have to be aware that you're pro-living. You have to be aware that I'm living in the now. Whenever you get into anti-aging, what you've done is you've looked at the past, how good you looked, or you're worried about what the future looks like. So you're trying to fix something that you really are having a hard time fixing because the aging process is not going away. But like in my marriage with Sharon, I'm aware of my marriage. I'm not thinking back at what I did wrong in the past, and I'm not trying to consider where we're heading in the future. I do consider that, but understand what I'm saying here. I'm focused on right now with her. How can I be the best husband for her? How can I meet her needs today? What are the small things that I can do today to where I don't have to apologize tomorrow for missing it today? Simple things. Another area that I have awareness is how I think. Am I catching myself in those old patterns again? Am I living in anti-aging again? Gosh, I remember when I was younger how great it was. Who cares? I'm here right now. How great can it be right now? I'm pro-living right now. How great is it right now, today? Look at this beautiful scene. Here we are at the Tetons in Mount Moran. I don't want to waste this moment. So I want to learn to think in a way to where I can take every single part of the day, every single part of my mind, and use it. And to me, the most important part of all is the spiritual piece. How I focus in on my Father, how he and I operate together, how it is unison together, how I learn to become aware of him. And you can tell when I'm aware of him because I become very aware of you. Because this is what pro-living is about. It's about sharing who you are with others. It's about bringing happiness and joy to other people. It's about being the best you can be at all times.
Brad and I think awareness is the number one thing. But the next thing that allows us to pro-live is movement. Because movement is changing in our world right now. We're living in a convenience world. We have Uber to go anywhere fast. We have Netflix to see any movie quick. We have DoorDash and have a meal delivered quickly. And anything delivered to us within 24 hours by Amazon. But movement is a skill. And because we're not using that skill in our everyday life, we've noticed that it's impacting our lives. It's impacting our sleep, our diet, our relationships. Movement is not just in fitness either. Most people that go to the gym, they go for 1 hour a few times a week. But that 1 hour out of 24, they find that 23 hours are spent in a sedentary lifestyle. And a sedentary lifestyle is what increases pain, pot bellies. That seems to be the epidemic in America today. Obesity, heart disease, cancer, diabetes. And movement becomes such an important part of our life. It's what Brad and I do. Think of how technology has changed your life. How much you sit, how much you lay down. You need to move. Movement is you being human. Let's go back to being human. And the final step that Brad and I take for a pro-living life is we're thankful. We're thankful for so many things before our feet even hit the ground. We take a gratitude attitude.
To quote the 80s, but it was good. It really was. We're thankful for our children. We're thankful for simple things, our grandkids. We're thankful for where we live. And we're thankful to be our age. And that's our hope for you, is that no matter what age you are, that you're thankful for where you are right now in life.
Taking a thankfulness attitude and one that is full of gratitude will help you set your feet on the right path.
It's a beginning, for sure.
And whatever you do, we suggest don't act your age. Go
sure.
out. What do you call it? Epiphany.
Epiphany.
Epiphany. Thanks for joining us. This is The Determined Life. We hope you like it, subscribe, and soon our communities, The Determined Body, Mind, and Faith, will be coming out. We hope you join us then. So the final, this takes...